Let me send the picture. Okay.
Please, Facebook, permit me to use this music to entertain my fans. I have no copyright over it, please. Thank you.
If I
You guys just think.
And I will pray in the language of heaven because Chukwukika Abiyama is in control of all that we have been doing and will continue to do until Biafra is restored and all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwukika Abiyama onye na-efuwe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị n'ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebede ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwere n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọ bụ naanị aka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị, nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezi oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe n'ikwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe. Agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna n'ihe bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile. Onye ọ bụla anyị a na-azọpụta, onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na ọtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise
ise. Hello, my fellow Biafrans. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and good night to some of us, depending on your time zone. This is Mazi Zumezu, aka Nwekwensu. As I welcome you to this wonderful edition, please may you welcome others. We are live at our various platforms. Ikechukwu Mazi Ezumezu. We are also live at Ikechukwu Ezumezu. We're also live at Mazi Ezumezu, aka Nwekwensu. We're also live at our YouTube. Please, anywhere you are watching us from this platform, please share and like. It's very important. Please, as you come in, please place your hand in the like button and love. It's very important, please. Please do that. I did not monetize, but placing your like and love will pave the way for us because they always report my account. They always report my account. But pressing your like button will go a long way. Please, as you come in, please endeavor to share and like. Today's topic is very unique, very important to us because a lot has been going on. Today's topic also is continuation of yesterday's topic because a lot has been going on from our brothers from Edo and some of our brothers from Edo and Coastal Region. And they have been saying all this, and they think we did not know what really happened. We know, we know very well, but the fact is that there is time for everything. There is time for everything because onye ọkụ agba n'ụlọ ya na-alaghachi oke. But it has become more important that I have to give it a little time to tell my fans, to tell the world what I know about it in my own perspective about what happened and what leads to the first coup, 1966. And today's topic will be emphasized mainly on our brother, on our great brother. I call it's a great guy, the late Adaka, the late Isaac Jasper Adaka Boro. Yeah, he's a great guy. He's a great man. May his soul rest in peace. So we have to talk about him and the role he played and those that deceive him. We must say it the way it is. But the way it is. Please, it's very important that if you know Tom Polo or you know people that know him or any guys, tag them. It's very important. And if they want to come in the program, let them ask. I will bring them in because it's very important we start discussing it so that those that are dying in ignorance will wake up. It's very important because they are using it to deceive a lot of people. They are calling us bad name, but we are the good guy. Igbos, we are the good guy. We are their brother. We are their big brother. Yes. Everything that happened in Nigeria, Igbos will come to save, to secure, to amend, to pave a way. But at the end of the day, Igbos will become the scapegoats. They will give us a bad name to kill us. They will give us a bad name to buy us. They will give the dog bad name to buy the dog. This is what's happening. But our leader Mazen Nankano has opened our eye. Mazen Nankano has opened our eye. And yesterday and today is never the same. So, my people, we are going to talk about Isaac Bolo, Isaac Joseph Adaka Bolo, with evidence. You know my program. When I say things, I bring evidence out, and we'll be asking Tom Polo not to follow the way of the great Adaka Bolo, because he was deceived, and all the promise they made to him is never fulfilled up to today. All the promise they made to him from the Northerners was never fulfilled up to today. Never. I believe Chief, aka Government Tompolo, with all due respect, you have to take another way to connect to your brothers, Igbos. As a matter of fact, the Ijaws are the I repeat, are the fourth largest population in Nigeria. The Jaws. After the three major, the people that are coming is the Jaws. They have the majority. Are the fourth largest ethnicity in Nigeria, the Jaws. So they are not a push out. They are playing a major role in Nigeria circle. And the Fulanese are using them against their own brother. And we must put a stop to it. So all those people that are sending the propaganda, blackmail against us, more especially the man they call wounded civilian, trying to pass false narrative to his fans, to his gullible fans. We are here to correct them. And we are here to tell him that we do understood what took place. But it's not time for us to start talking about it because onye ọkụ na-agba n'ọnụ ya laghachi oke. But I decided to just give him a hint. Obele, ka m tụnye obele azụ. Ka m tụnye ya obele azụ. Now, who is the great man? Who is the great man? Isaac Jasper Adaka Bolo is an Ijaw man from present-day Bayelsa State. Community, Olobili, the first place they found oil. Olobili, they found oil in 1956. Yeah, I'm correct. I know. No. The oil was found in Nigeria 1956. And the first time they export oil was 1958. Then, oil was not a key role in the world. Then coal and rubber and granite were trending, Oil was discovered in 1956 in Olobili, according to the white man, the British. But if you go into research, Olobili was not the first place that oil was discovered. But to put the record straight, Olobili is the first place oil was discovered in Nigeria in 1956. And that was actually the community great Isaac Jasper Adaka Bolo came from. His father was head master in school. His father was headmaster in school. Adaka Boro went to high school in Warri. I think it's a college. After then, he now moved to UN, University of Nigeria and Nsukka. Adaka Bolo is, he's a great guy. He's the first guy that take Nigeria to court to announce the election they did then. Then before then, he contested to be student president in UN. He contested 2 times and he failed. The third time was when he succeeded. And during the time he failed the first one, the second one, he was not really happy. The excuse was because I'm not Igbo. That was the excuse then. But at the end of the day, he succeeded. He became a student president of University of Nigeria and Nsukka. He have a lion heart. So he gathered momentum. More especially when he was taking the Nigerian government to court about the first election they did at 1963 to this thing, But what really happened was that at a point, Adaka Bolo wanted to have a state. Then we have a regional region. They was discussing with the government of that day that he wants his people to have a state. And the government did not give him that attention, say no. And they have 2 great parties then. NC absolutely my network. So we have a party, 2 great party then. NCNC. That is the party of Zik. And we have another party, UMBC. The party from Ahmadu Bello and Tafawa Balewa. And UMBC was led by a man called Joseph Tanka. A man called Joseph Tanka from Benue, Middle Belt. Then they're having a problem. That was during the time of Akintola and Awolowo. A lot of killing was going on. And Ahmadu Bello, Tafawa Balewa, they thought it was Zik, it was NCNC that is sponsoring the problem in their party. And they thought that Adaka Bolo will play a major role. That was when they worked with Adaka Bolo. As a matter of fact, his brother, his junior brother, David Bolo, confirmed it that Adaka Bolo work with the North. So let's take it step by step. Because we want to go to the foundation of this to bring it up. So for those who did not know, this program is for you. Unless you just want to still be swimming in ignorance, or maybe you hate your own brother too much. But this program is for you. And this program, I stand to be collected. But we must speak it the way it is. His own brother David Bolo confirmed it that Adaka Boro was working with the North. And don't forget that Adaka Boro himself made a statement that Tafawa Balewa was a just protector. Yeah. So they contacted Adaka Boro. Adaka Boro they used him to cause a lot of insecurity in the Southeast region. That was before the coup, before the first coup. That was before the first coup. The North started liaising with him, giving him backup to cause problem in the Eastern region because of these two parties, NCNC and UMBC. These two parties. Because Tafawa Balewa and Ahmad Bello thought that it was Zik that sponsored the crisis they're having in their own party. So they wanted to cause problem in the Southeast, in the Zik region too. So Isaac Adaka Bolo now gave them offer that he wants his own state to control its resources. And the Northerners assure him that he have it. They will back him up and he will have it. Because he loves his people. He carries his people along. And the reason Adakaba was given that their religion, their area was neglected, that they are using the money in their area to develop Enugu and Onitsha. But let's be realistic. Isaac Dakabolo was on scholarship. Then he was on scholarship from Eastern Region. On scholarship from Eastern Region. And then when did they discover oil? 1956. The first time they export oil, 1958. And how much is oil then? Coal was the major resources. People are using coal. Coal was much demand than oil then. But these people use him. The North use him. And it's good when I say something, I bring the evidence. When I say even his brother said it, that it was used by the North. I want to go to Punch newspaper. Let me bring it up. Look at it here. His brother. You can see it. The Northern Nigeria engage Isaac Dakabolo, 12 days revolution, brother David. They engaged with him. He was working with them. This is his brother. He's about something years now, David. Then he was in class 5 when all this was happening. So when I say something, I can bring the proof for you to verify. This is me. I don't formulate issues. And I don't say what I don't know. I tell you the facts. I tell you my work with Ezoku Chineke. So he was working with the North. The North was sponsoring him to cause the insecurity in the Southeast. So, and that was what even lead to the first coup from Nzogo and the rest, the 5 major. There are 5 major that lead the coup. And that 5 major, all of them are not from East. They have from West, they have from North, and from East. So I did that program yesterday. So today's topic is for Isaac Jasper Dakaburu. So he was sponsored by the North, by the Northerners. And when then there is a man called MD Yusuf. I hope people will know him. MD Yusuf. He was the chief CID. MD Yusuf arrested Adaka Bolo then and incarcerated him for 2 weeks. And he found out that Tafawa Balewa, the North, was working with Isaac Adaka Bolo. 2 weeks before the first coup, MD Yusuf arrested him for 2 weeks. This is the story that will not tell you. This is the story. This is the truth. They will not tell you that he was sponsored by the North to cause insecurity in the North. And what led to it was between NCNC and UMBC, these two parties. And they assured him they're going to grant him his request to have his state, to control his resources. And then he was still in school. Remember, he was still in school. 27 years. He was still in school. And when he went back to discuss this with his father told him to forget about this, to go back to school. As a matter of fact, his father wanted to send him abroad to study in abroad. He refused because of the assurance the Northerners have given to him, because of the encouragement the Northerners have given to him, because of the power the Northerners are pushing to him. He was still a student. Even when he declared Niger Delta Republic, he was still a student. How will he acquire guns and ammunition to face Nigeria state? And the war lasted for 12 days before he was captured. How will he acquire those weapons to engage Nigeria state then? So he was sponsored by Fulani just because of party issue. And that was what led the stroke of the first coup for the 5 majors. So when MD Yusuf arrested him and he was incarcerated for 2 weeks, later he was released. They found out the North was behind him, that he was working with the North. People should, this is history. When you're against we have to preach the truth. He was released. Then when that first coup take place, a lot of the northern leaders and in Yoruba were killed, including Tafawa Balewa, Ahmad Bello. Then Adaka Bolo was not happy. Adaka Bolo was not happy. He was not happy. Then sponsor him. That was when he declared Niger Delta Republic. After 1 month of that first coup in January, he declared the coup in February. Yeah, he declared the coup in February. And Ojukwu went there and they round him up. Ojukwu did not kill him. Ojukwu knows that he was brainwashed, that he was sponsored by the Northern Fulani, Tafawa Balewa, and the Ahmadu Bello. Ojukwu did not kill him because Ojukwu knew, and he was a great guy. If Igbos were so bad, Ojukwu go buy am now. Just as they are presenting us now, that we are wicked, that we are this, we are this. If Igbos were wicked, now it is so wicked. Ojukwu for I am that time, Ojukwu capture him. But It said that he faced treason and he was sentenced. Instead of killing him, they sentenced him because along the line they will release him too because he was a great guy. Then, when he did not succeed in that Niger Delta revolution, after then was a counter coup that took away 250 something Igbo soldiers. Yeah. 250 something Igbo soldiers were by 250 something brain soldiers. Then Igbo was in various walk of life and they are doing good. And don't forget, Eastern region was the fastest growing economy in the whole world. All those evil that happened were planned by British government just to have control of the resources through center. But people did not know. They are using our people to plan this. They are planning it. A snake that have 7 heads. They are planning it. People did not know. People did not know. If Igbos are that wicked, during that war, when British government came to Ojukwu to negotiate about that oil, Ojukwu could have given it out. Well, no, who knows what will be the condition of today of the oil? But Ojukwu said no, that the oil belonged to the people. And they now use Gowon to go through the Cameroon. That was why Bakassi Peninsula was given to Cameroon. Because Gowon don't care about us. He give the people away to another country. But we say no, they are our people. We don't. No business, no bargaining. These are the same people you are condemning. That's how the bad they are evil. Today, Bakassi belongs to Cameroon. Today, as of today, Bakassi belongs to Cameroon. Just because of that transaction, that agreement between Gowon and Cameroonian government to block their area where food were coming in. They want to, eliminate every single of us. But Okike said no. Because Igbos, we are so pure, we are so clean. Not that we don't have any skeleton in cupboard. But there's no person that Igbo conquered in Nigeria. Go and check out. There's no person that we conquered. But if you go to Yoruba land, they were conquering. That's why, if you think because of their seeking one they have different ethnicity in Yoruba land. It was when they fight, they conquer. You have to start speaking their language. Go. The same thing happened to the north. But Igbos, we never fight anyone. We never conquered anybody. But we are the same people they are blackmailing that we want to conquer, that we want to take over. How wicked people are. How wicked. So, when that second coup came in, a lot of Igbo's officers were killed. Our women were thrown to leprosy camp to contact the disease. A lot of killings. Train will land in Enugu, loaded with bags of people. Some will be beheaded. A lot of killings. They now went to Abule Accord. From Abule Accord, they came in and decline about their arrangement. Ojukwu said, on Abule we stand. That was what leads to the civil war. And don't forget, people say Ojukwu just went to war. Ojukwu did not just went to war. It was people, the Southerners, when they hold the meeting in Enugu, they say, no, we can't take this anymore. It was the same Ijo, our Ijo brother, that suggests the name of Biafra to Ojukwu. It was the same Ijo brother, Frank Opigo, the place that federal government school now was the one that owns the place, Frank Opigo. It was the same Anijo guy, Anijo man, Chief Frank Opigo, suggest the name to Ojukwu, that the name we had was Biafra, and Ojukwu accepted it without no argument. Then Nigeria bring the war to our land, and the war started. Then Isaac Jasper Adaka Boro was in prison in Lagos. Was in prison in Lagos. Gowon now understand that Isaac Adaka Boro will be a good tool to use. Gowon went and have a meeting with him and release him. Assure him that they are going to have 50% of their resources, whatever, Remember, it was the same guy that's fighting for Niger Delta Republic. The second one, Gowon released him and assure him that they're going to give them 50% of their resources, not to control the resources anymore, not to have the state anymore. They now decided to fight for unity of Nigeria. The same person that want to break out. You know what happened? He went home and recruited 1,000 Ijo men. He recruited 1,000 Ijo men to fight against his own brother. He recruited 1,000 Ijo men to fight against his own brother, to fight against Biafra. The troop is leading, the Nigerian troop is leading, committed a lot of things. Frank Opigo, they seized his property. All his property was seized, like in Salowiwa. They started killing their own chief. A lot of Ijo chief went to exile. That was when they started changing their name, that they are not Igbos. Like someone like David West, Ali Marshall, all those people, they started changing their names. Adaka Boro Nigeria leading troops committed a lot of atrocity in their land. They will kill Biafra soldiers, they will wear the uniform of Biafra soldiers and went to villages and kill some Ijo people. If you go to Opobo, no? They went to Opobo wearing Biafra uniform, kill Opobo people, their chief and everything. They were killing his own people. They were killing his own people. Without the help of Isaac Jasper Adaka Boro, Nigeria will not succeed in Biafra land. Because they know the clique. They know it's no land. Adaka Boro lead the Nigeria troop. 1,000 soldiers. And when Gowon released him, guess what? He was given major. Someone that is not in military. As they recruited him and make that agreement with him, he was given major. He was commissioned major. The first ranking they gave to him was major. I think before he died was brigadier general or something like that. So it was Isaac Adaka Boro that lead Nigeria troops to defeat Biafrans in our coastal area. Through the help of Adaka Bolo, they conquer Iguacha, Calabar, President of Bayelsa. All that place were conquered through the help of Adaka Bolo. Then guess what? Because he have committed a lot. It was the same Nigeria soldiers that killed him. As a matter of fact, they were pointing out Adekunle Black Scorpion. Because he was killed in 1968. Then he was bragging that he has conquered the coastal area. He has conquered Biafra. And Nigeria government understand, yes, they have conquered. It was through him, they conquered all the coastal area. Coastal region was conquered through the help of Adaka Boro because of the 1,000 men he recruited. And Kisalo Wiwa playing his own side too, including even Ike Clark playing his own side too. So it was in 1968 when he was bragging that everything is ended, they have defeated Biafra, they have conquered and everything. And Nigeria government, lead by Gowon, feel that they don't need him anymore. And he was executed by a sniper. Up to today, no one knows who killed Adaka Bolo, but fingers were pointing at Adekunle, that Scorpion. They use him to destroy his people. After destroying his people, they killed him. Now, some people are telling you it was Igbos that betrayed him. How? He have conquered the coastal region. He have conquered the coastal region everywhere. He was bragging. He was bragging that everywhere was conquered. Everywhere conquered. It was the same people he was fighting alongside after they understand that, yes, the mission have accomplished. Because Nigerian soldiers have sailed everywhere in the coastal region. They have conquered everywhere. They take him off the load. The same thing they did to Kinselo Wiwa. Who killed Kinselo Wiwa? It was Abacha, his best friend. His best friend, Abacha, that killed Kinselo Wiwa. So now, tell me, how did Igbos betray him? This is the story. But we hear from a lot of people trying to force parade propaganda. Now I'm going to play a video. After that video, I'm going to play. I will bring you the President Bogobili today. His own people, how they are living. The negligence he was talking about, how is come today. The state he was talking about, they have present day now Bayelsa. Was Bayelsa developed today? The answer is no. Go to his community, Olobili, where they discover the oil. Up to today, it's not in everywhere. I will show you the video today. But first of all, I want to bring a video of another man that narrates about him so good. Let's wait. Let's go.
Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to you, and depend on your time zone. There is this thing the Niger Deltans, especially Ijaws, are holding against the Igbos, and I think it's better we resolve it. I've looked into several materials on that, and would like us to see this one too. This is not my report, but for the sake of deliberations, I have to borrow it. Who killed Adaka Boro? Why the blame on Igbo, accusing them of betrayal? Was Adaka Boro betrayed? According to this report, it said, I have read many false history that breeds hatred against the Igbo regarding Adaka Boro. A majority of Ijaw believe Igbo betrayed Adaka Boro and killed him. This makes me laugh. Ignorance is a disease. A lack of history. Mazi just shuddering in disbelief that people can be so gullible to peddle falsehood. For what gain? Let's go to history. Who is Adaka Boro? Isaac Adaka Boro was a University of Nigerian soccer student. He was also the SUG president of the said university. He failed election 2 times before he won, then blamed his failure on Igbo, claiming he lost because he was a Ijaw and suffered tribalism in his region. Remember, Adaka Boro was enjoying the scholarship of Eastern Region government. He was on free education. He hailed from Oloidiri Bayelsa, and he was the first person to declare secession in 1966 at the age of 27. Adaka Boro's rebellion was sponsored by the Tafawa Balewa government. Tafawa Balewa government believed that the NCNC and AG were sponsoring the thief unrest, the TV, or whatever I call it, and the UNBC are led by Joseph Taka. And to deal with NCNC, Adaka Boro was sponsored to cause insurrection with his boys. They began to destroy things. Adaka Boro used his father's backyard as a training ground to arm his boys. As Ironsi took over, through MD Yusuf, CID chief, he noticed that the Adaka Boro insurrection was Balewa's plan. He issued military order and Boro was arrested and incarcerated for 2 weeks. Remember, he was causing this unrest before the coup. After the January coup, where one of his key sponsors, Tafawa Balewa, was killed, Boro was very angry. He called Tafawa Balewa the projector of Ijaw. Adaka Boro declared Ijaw Republic on February 1966, a month after the coup, and he was so radical and courageous that as a student, he dragged the federal government to court, and he was seeking the nullification of the 1963 general election. When he proclaimed the Niger Delta Republic in February 1966, Boro argued that the region where the nation's wealth comes from has suffered years of neglect and underdevelopment. But scholars believed this was not the main reason of declaring the Niger Delta Republic. Have you asked yourself why the Niger Delta elders, including his father, didn't support him? See the reasons according to reviews by scholars. South African anti-apartheid activist and scholar Ruth First, as quoted by Catherine Nwajiako, states that Boro and his men were in league with senior northern officers and had wanted to use the threat of revolution to trigger the imposition of a state of emergency by the Northern-led federal government prior to the first coup. Before the January coup, Adaka Boro and his men were already sponsored by the Fulani Caliphate to cause insurrection. His brother confirmed this. David, his younger brother, during an interview with Punch, said that his brother received support from the North before the declaration of a Niger Delta Republic. He said Isaac Boro did not just start the 12th-day revolution and decided to declare a Niger Delta Republic. He said there was some degree of encouragement from the North. He said Boro himself admitted to having close ties with the Balewa government. The question is, how did 27-year-old undergraduate student have funds to secure weapons, mass out-talk, and militia? Was he being supported by the elders of Ijo? David, his brother, continued, our father advised him against it and told him to face his studies because he was a student. Adaka Boro did not just declare Niger Delta Republic. He was fighting the federal government under the leadership of Agi Irunsi through his Niger Delta Volunteer Force. He believed that the regime must be dissolved. The northern leaders funded him to attack the government. NDVF and the Nigerian forces, which is widely known as the 12th-day revolution, led to the death of over 150 people. The armed militia led by Boro was overpowered by the Nigerian forces, while Boro and Samuel Owonaru, who was the chief of staff of the Niger Delta Volunteer Force, and other leaders of the militia were arrested and charged for treason. When they appealed before Justice Phil Ebosia of the Port Harcourt High Court, he said they were sentenced to death, but the sentence was commuted to life in jail. Remember, they didn't just declare independence, but fighting federal forces and killing people. A year later, following the 1966 Igbo pogrom in Kano that killed over 50,000 Igbo, and after the series of counter-coup which killed the first military head of state, Agi Irunsi, and also after the Abure Accord disobeyed by Gowon, Emeka Odumegwu Ojukwu declared Biafra, and he was being forced by Eastern Region Consultative Committee. Remember, at this time, Ijo elders supported Biafra. The name Biafra was given by a Ijo man from Adaka Boro's tribe and state, Opugo. Gowon saw Boro an important tool in his campaign of quelling Ojukwu's rebellion and the opportunity of ingraining the northern love and anchor for the oil rivers they claimed were suffering Igbo domination and subjugation. Gowon released Isaac Adaka Boro from prison and recruited him into the Nigerian army in order to fight Ojukwu and the Igbo. What did Adaka Boro do? He recruited 1,000 Rivers men into army to fight Biafrans. The Nigerian military, led by Adaka Boro, killed all their chiefs and elders who were pro-Biafrans and installed young people like Diet Spiff, 23, as the governor. Many of Ijo elders ran away to exile and never returned because of Adaka Boro. Most of his boys and federal troops would kill Biafran soldiers, strip their camouflage, and use it to constitute different mayhems in the region that people of that place would later accuse it on the Igbo army. Adekunle the Black Scorpion committed a lot of atrocities, and you know what? out he was working with Adaka Boro. Could you imagine? Adaka Boro led the federal troops to Igbo hinterland and many places in rivers and killed the pro-Biafrans. The worst of Adaka's atrocity was the Ipob incident. What happened? Boro led the Nigerian military to kill a lot of people in Ipob, exiled their chiefs. He believed they are Igbo people. This incident made a lot of people in rivers to start changing their names from Igbo to something else. As you can see today, perhaps this was the reason. Perhaps. The first doctor from Eche was killed by Boro-led army. He did a lot of things. He took Nigerian troops into Eastern Heartland. What happened was that he started making noise, bragging how he has defeated Biafrans. That was when the Nigerian military felt he's no more important and deleted him. Just like, they delete from the system. Delete this virus, perhaps. Many fingers pointed at Adekunle, who was called the Black Scorpion, and as an instrument for Adaka Boro's elimination in May 9, 1968 at Okreka, Rivers State. Remember, by this time, Port Harcourt, Uyo, Calabar, Body, and many other oil-rich areas have been captured. There was no need for him anymore. He helped the federal troops conquer these places, and of course, they ended him just as they ended Ken Saro-Wiwa, who did same with Adaka Boro. Then, how did Igbo kill Adaka Boro, whereas everywhere had been captured before he died? How did Igbo betray Adaka Boro? Someone who killed his people and was used by the Fulani Caliphate against himself. Someone who forced Ijo pro-Biafran chiefs to exile, dethrone and kill them. How did Igbo betray him? How and how? Someone who dealt with Chief Opiogo, his kinsmen, for supporting Biafra. Ken Saro-Wiwa also used abandoned property to seize Chief Opiogo's properties in Port Harcourt. Chief Opiogo, who named Biafra property, is where Rivers State College of Arts and Science is currently located. Like Adaka Boro, like Ken Saro-Wiwa, they join outsiders to kill their own out of hate, jealousy, and strife. The same outsiders kill them because they don't trust anyone who killed his own. In Obasanjo's book called My Command, Olusegun Obasanjo described Boro and his 1,000 soldiers as ill-disciplined, hurriedly and poorly trained rivers men. Alabi Isama's book paints picture of his death in Okreka to be a cleanup from sin, use and dump, someone who organized barracks to train Nigerian army and used paddling techniques and many more to lead federal troops to kill the Igbo. That was how Adaka Boro destroyed himself, by betraying himself, his people, and got killed by those he joined to kill his people. Nobody betrayed him. Is this a case of what happened in Orin that led, they took up the Yoruba man who betrayed his people and was, I don't know, perhaps this is the same case? For the records and healing, the deadly wound still being nursed by the jaw of our day. This was why this report was put up. Hello viewers, this is not my article, but we were working towards seeing that we resolve this, and I had to be looking at materials after materials, and I think this one is good for us to look at. We need to deliberate on this. If you have a comment, add on the comment section of this video.
So, my people, just to confirm what I said, because everything I said was exactly what Mazu Bonia said. So, when you hear them preaching this hate, that Igbo this, Igbo that, refer them on this program, tell them enough of this deceit and lies and propaganda. Do you know why they delete Adaka Boro? Do you know why? Because of the promise they made to him. They don't want anybody to rise up tomorrow to disturb them. Because Isaac Dakaboro have his people on his heart. He wants betterment to his people. He wants betterment so fast. He wants everything to his people. They want it so fast, so quick. And federal government, then, lead by Gowon, they don't want anybody to disturb them tomorrow. That is why they deleted him. That's why they delete him. Same way they delete King Saro Weaver. Mazin and Kano will tell you, if you sell your brother to the enemy, even the enemy will not trust you. I wanted to say it, Mazin and Kano. He said, if you sell your brother to the enemy, even the enemy will not trust you. Even the buyer will not trust you. Now, today, the first place they discover oil, Olobili, in 1956. Let's go to that village. Let's see how development that community is today. Remember, Isaac Jasper Dakabo said that it was in neglect of Southeastern government, neglecting its own people. Now, after 50-something years of the Civil War, it helped Nigeria government to win, to won. How much development have come to its own community? Present day of Bayelsa State. Let's go, let's find out.
An oil-producing community located in Ogbia local government area of Bayelsa State. It's a small...
This Olobili is where Isaac Boro came from. This is his community. Present day Bayelsa State. Then it was in Port Harcourt, Iguacha. Let's see how much development is in the community today. After something years. Let's see.
Community that oil explorers from Shell first discovered petroleum in West Africa. This historic town should be a tourist attraction, but the area that helped transform the economic fortunes of the country is now plagued with glaring underdevelopment and abject poverty. Torn, corrugated iron roofs, abandoned buildings, unreliable electricity, no potable drinking water, dilapidated classrooms, a cottage hospital which has remained under lock and key. 64 years oil was discovered here. The community lies in ruins with nothing to show for its significant role in Nigeria's oil-related economic fortunes.
We wholly answer the name to be the first community that produced the wealth of Nigeria. But when you come to the Olebri now, you see nothing is going on. Suffering, no water, no light, no road, enjoying the wealth that they got from our place. So we are not happy. We are pushed to the wall. And there's nothing we can do because we are not among the five, the big twos.
Fishing and farming was the mainstay of Oibiri before the discovery of oil brought it to a halt, and they depended on money from oil companies for their survival. The community is making a gradual return to the pre-oil era to make a living the way they once knew.
Community has survived a long time now. No water, no food. Our crops are not growing. We are dying of hunger. SPDC is supposed to take care of us as their host community, but the reverse is the case.
The residents say there have been several appeals to the federal government to alleviate their sufferings, but not much has been done.
It is not too late to correct the wrongs. We are calling on President Mohamed Buhari. We are calling on the federal government of Nigeria, the National Assembly. We are calling on...
After 50-something years, they are calling on former President Buhari to come to their rescue. Remember, Isaac Jasper Adaka said his legion, his community, his people were neglected from Eastern region. This is what his claim. Give the dog bad name to buy the dog. But Isaac Dagabolo was enjoying free education. Isaac Dagabolo was enjoying free education. In Iguacha, there was development because they are still under Port Harcourt, present day Port Harcourt. Things were coming up gradually. The white people handed over Nigeria in 1960. All those things happened between 6 years, and said we neglected its own people. Now compare under 6 years to 50-something years today, to 53 years today. Which one is more longer? Still yet is community. We are nowhere to be found. We are depleted. No drinking water, no hospital, no jobs. But at that time, we are telling people that his people were neglected. Now, I want you to compare. Now, it helped Nigeria government to unite Nigeria, and they were in Nigeria. And the promise they make to him, no way. And after 53 years, look at his family, look at his community. And they even have the state, Bayelsa now. See, look at the state, nothing. Let's continue.
Bayelsa state government, the 30% derivation fund that accrues to it, all the monies that come to oil producing communities and states, that a special fund be dedicated to reparate to Tabagi people.
Indigents are still hopeful that even after 64 years, something will be done about their plight to develop a community that was the first golden goose to lay the first of many golden eggs.
So, my people, lies don't last test of time. The history is there. But these people will decide to play the other way to tag Igbos, bad name, to buy the Igbos. Now, after this program, what do you have to say to those gullible ones that are trying to change the goalposts between in the middle of the match? In the middle of the match, those gullible ones are trying to change history. Now, let's bring a video again. I want you guys to know the kind of mindset they are still having up to today. Their own people. what he said.
Yes, yes, yes. Oh. Ate Vaxifa, Adaka, Boro, way, Kota, Mumuta, and give Mumu people away, and don't know the value of the Taiwan title away. Now, because of your data, then created stated up, even though create Bahasa state, yet your people are not fully develop the Bahasa. Now, because of your data, la mercy atam, politam, that the Ika Kalakatam, Karato Kara, with them fight to the great and the TTC, Nanza Development Commissioner. Oh. Na it on tona, Nanza Deltas, Lutas Association. That's also Tifu, then the the money development they fight from us. I said like the different money. That's how EFCC go come back. Thief find the money from all. Now people go still open their mouth to go talk and say. Now Hausa people no want developers. Now Yoruba people no want developers. Now Ipob people no want developers. Now Igbosu go kill all of us. Since I decide to go on fair God, I don't want fair God. What our senators they wait? The reps members, as of assembly members, governors, what did they wait to develop us? Then they thief the consequences development money every year. Nothing they don't do. And then I go because they say that Hausa people know what developers. I say now, since I don't want fear God, that Besuko kill all of us. You don't tell me Adaka Boro go die, Mumuta. Oh, and as I deposit this material, any useless person will go come my timeline, come insult me. That's still a best go kill you too. Oh, anybody who can talk say Biafra is the way out. Best go kill you too because they cry while they cry, and they cry for myself, and then they cry for anybody because now me definitely the pele. In fact, but I just fear God, they fear God.
So my people, I hope you guys understand what this guy said. He's an idiot guy. He said Adaka Boro died in Mumu death. He said even after they created Bayelsa State, Bayelsa did not develop. They created NDDC. They thief all the money. Now, what amazed me, in fact, I will not say amazed me or surprised me. He even say if you tell and say na Bayelsa be the Biafra be the way, say it go kill that person too. Can you see their mindset? They have embraced Nigeria for how many years? For 60-something years. Nigeria is not working for them. Still yet, somebody want to introduce a new way for them. Still yet, they are calling that person's name. That say if being Biafra to them, it will kill you. You can see the mindset. This is what they do. They damage their brain. You have married for something years. Your marriage is full of trouble, negligence, bad people, stealing and everything. Won't you divorce? Won't you divorce? Won't you divorce? Now we are your brothers. That's okay. Come, let's follow this way. He said no. That he'd rather work with people that's inspiring you. No be juju be that. No be juju. Now I'm coming in the palace of Tompolo. Tompolo, you are an institution in Niger, in coastal region. You are an institution, Tompolo, and you have a good heart. It is time for you, Tompolo, to join the struggle of freedom, to free your people. Tompolo, it is time for you. It is time. Time has come to join the wagon of freedom. Every time your brothers will come out with weapon, demanding for settlement, they gave them money. When the money finished, they come back again, demanding again, showing guns. Is it the best way to live? Is it the best way to live? What do you think in the next 50 years, how your background will be? Let me bring this video up so people will understand what I'm talking. You know, this program is a bitter truth for our coastal region, brother. Okay?
Manda Abuya, Abuya, Amity. This video that I'm doing, Mr. President, listening to me and listening very good. Also, you governors that in Niger Delta, I'm the force of Igbesu. I'm doing this video for Bayelsa State and also the president. This coming up election, if the governor and the president don't know what to do, I'm the force of Igbesu. I'm readying myself. Look at my war boat. These are my war boat. And these are my fighters. I'm getting myself ready always, 24 hours. I'm coming for you people for the election. If you don't know what to do. And president, if you know what to do, come to me. Also governor, come to me. Or else there will be no election for Basan clan. Respect my madness for the election day. Asmana! 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 Listen, Mr. President and the governors of our clients, we standing here, we are the Niger Delta fighters living in the River Nile area, but we have no mindset peace. Where we are not happy, but we are here to pass this information to you people. You, the governor and the president, we are here for war. If you, the president and the governors coming out on this election, if you people know the right thing to do, we are waiting diligently for your compromise. But if you people cannot be able to understand our grievances, we are ready for war. We know death is a syndrome, but open for all and sundry. We are not fear. We are not here to be afraid of the pharaohs and Goliaths you people are, but we are here waiting for those who we will send around to fight.
So, Tompolo, is it the way you want your people to believe in? When there's no money in the pocket, people will come out with guns, demanding, telling the governors, the politicians, you know what to do. Most especially in time of election. The people that have all the sources. Look at the back of them. Look at the forest. Come to Western world, Holland. Look at the way Holland is. Go to Malta. They don't have the sources you guys have. Come and look at the way they develop it. Go to Scotland. Come to the Western world and see how much development. These people don't have the sources the way there's the sources in your land. Nigeria government will not do you any good. Chief government, Tompolo, with all due respect, it is time to take the bull by the horn. It is time to write your name with gold. It is time to join the struggle full time. It is time to demand for your freedom. Don't let your people to live in jungle. Don't let your people to be living like people that, I don't want to use the kind of statement that is not good. You prefer to be giving you fish than fetching the fish by yourself. The resources is in your backyard, but someone is in charge and make you a gate man and make you a pipeline guiding. Today, Asale Dukobo, Boylov, Ataketon, they have joined the wagon about the pipeline contract they gave to you. You think all those is not well planned? And if you don't accept, they will engineer you guys to start cleaning yourself. This is the plan of Nigeria government and British government. But it's better you, Chief Government Tompolo, with all due respect, to join the wagon of freedom to your people, because you are an institution in that region. Since Ike Clark refused to bring you guys together to speak up, do it, Tompolo. Do it. And your name shall be written with gold forever. I hope you saw a video of in your own state, in your own state, Delta State, because you are an Ijo Delta, Ijo Bayelsa, Delta Bayelsa, Opolo's Gramatu. I hope we saw a keke driver, a Delta, was so angry that the Fulanis, the Hausas, blocked the way. They are playing, and he was complaining, and they beat hell out of him. They destroy his keke in his own state. In his own state. What does that tell you? In the next 20 years, 50 years, you shall be conquered. You shall be conquered. And that video that happened in Warri is not the first time. The first place such thing happened was in Sapele about 2 years ago or 3 years ago. It was in Sapele. They block. Let me bring the video up. Let me bring the video. Let me bring the first one, Sapele. Let me bring it up. The one that happened in Sapele.
This one na block everywhere block oh. So road block oh, come say they pray oh. For our own Delta State again oh, for our own supply. We no be go back, no way go back for. No sense. You don't pass, be careful. You don't be careful. My video, my no sense this one. See our road. Market don't block. No sense for this one. Anybody this one. Sure, just imagine. Back full road, and then they block road. And they block road, so now they get the road. Then look at you for this one. I see the full road. People they go back to know when they won't pass. Sure. Just imagine. It's not fair at all. Sure. Come on, go. It's not Luz Garden.
So this one happened in Sapele about 2 years ago. It happened in Sapele 2 years ago. The road was blocked by the Muslim. By the Muslim. The road was, in their own state, the road was blocked. Now let me bring the one of data Warren when they beat hell out of the guy. This is what happened in the water. This happened of recent.
No joy at all.
So Tompolo, this one happened in Warri about some weeks ago. The guy was beat to hell. They beat hell out of him. They destroy his keke in his own state just because the guy was saying, why must you guys block the load? You cannot use your own to spoil my own in his own state. But when we are telling you guys that Biafra is the only way, you guys don't want to join. This is what Asali Dukobo is sponsoring. So imagine in 50 years what will happen. And now you are young. You will be thinking, no, it can't be possible. In the next 20, 30 years, you are doing what? You are coming down. What will happen? So it's time now. Use your full energy to save your people. And your name will be written in gold, Tompolo. Now, let me show you the one that happened in Lagos. Let me also show you the one that happened in Lagos.
This doesn't make any sense. People are going to work, people are going to places, but they can't pass now. There's heavy traffic because they're blocking one full lane of the road because they want to pray. So it's as if nobody other will have God of their own. This is not fair. This is so not fair. And this is what we are talking about in Nigeria. You block one part of the road because you want to pray. And people are there looking for a way to pass. There's traffic everywhere. I have to park my car and take a bike because I can't pass.
The policy, this one happened in Lagos. So what did this tell you? They are spreading gradually. They are spreading. Before you know, your Obesu, you worship, you believe on, will be conquered. But mind you, your brothers Igbos never conquered anyone in the land. Rather, we believe whatever you want to worship, it's up to you. This is what we believe. On this note, I will call it a day. But my message go to Tompolo. My message go to Atake Tom. My message go to Boylove. Wake up and join the struggle. Wake up and join the struggle. Maz Nankan said, when Biafra come, every nationality will control their resources. You will write your own constitution in your own little language. Everybody will control their resources. You will have your state police. Then what else do you want again? Join the struggle and let's face this monster. On this note, I will say long live Ijo nation. Long live Igbo nation. Long live Calabar. Long live Ulobo, Shekiri, and others. That's why we are going to have United States of Biafra. United States of Biafra. I will say Onya Fotata. Kafuechi. When I see you today, I have to see you tomorrow. I will say goodbye.
Come on, I give you